last chance. No beating around the bush.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Blake Production.
What's poppin'? We're gonna do a little breakdown on Bitcoin here. I'm just gonna point out again, we have this falling wedge back in September, and it came back into this demand zone. It was once a supply, right? Supply over here, over here. We come over, it's acting as some sort of demand, acts as demand again. Over here, we break out from this small 1 month falling wedge. That was the reaction, right? So now we've been consolidating since November, and we have a similar pattern going on where it's kind of like another falling wedge. It's a little bit different looking, but in my opinion, it is definitely a falling wedge of some sort. So usually the bigger the consolidation, the larger the breakout. So that's what we're looking for. But in my opinion, right now, it's way too obvious, right? We've seen it happen right here. Over here, it looks like, is it going to just repeat itself again? Potentially. But it's a little too obvious. And usually when that happens, it means it might need a little bit more time. What I do like is that we're starting to see the wicks coming from below, where if you look throughout this wedge, right, majority of the wicks are coming from above, right? We do have one big one here, but majority of them are coming from above, especially when it makes some sort of a high in a way, right? So let's look at this downtrend, which starts from the top. We come flushing down. We try to make a pivot. That's where the wicks come, right? We come flushing down again, around down to this range. We come for a pop, and that's where the wicks come. So over here, right, we come flushing down. Now we're starting to see the wicks coming from the bottom. Usually that's a good sign of rejecting lower prices. That usually sometimes can indicate that there might be a pop coming. If we look back into Bitcoin, right, look over here, all the wicks coming from the bottom. Large wicks, a bullish engulfing at the bottom of a trend. We want to see something like this happen, bullish engulfing at the bottom of this small downtrend. We want to see something like this happen, right? A clear breakout of the upper trend line, or a bullish engulfing candlestick, larger wicks coming, rejecting lower prices. We want to see that. That will start to confirm there's going to be a reversal coming soon. Otherwise, right now, I'd say there's probably a pretty high chance that we might flush down once more, right? Think of it. This is our demand zone, right? Everyone's expecting it to act as support. But if we get that one more flush, it might capitulate a bunch of people. And that's usually when the stock will want to, make that move higher. So that would be the next area I would be looking for to go long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check a lot of the crypto stocks that I've been paying attention to and see what they look like if it does happen to come back down to this level. A lot of those names are beat up right now. So it might need that just a little bit more before it takes that turnaround, right? Usually the best time to buy in the markets is when it is the most fearful. So let's wait and let that happen instead of being so jittery. I'm just speaking for myself at this point. Like I've been jittery as hell lately trying to make these trades. I've been getting chopped up, right? So that's not really the best. So the way I'm thinking of it is I'm going to wait for clear confirmation. The one thing that I'm starting to see here, right? It looked like we were going to get a bearish engulfing today, but we're starting to get that wick. Let's zoom in on the hourly time frame, right? We want to see, look at this big green volume, right? Rejecting lower prices, big green volume coming in, right? We like to see that. We like to see this big spurts of volume. We want to see that right now, honestly. You see that happen now and we get that breakout, that'd be a great sign. But if the bears continue the control that they've been having in the market, that's the next area. Now, if all hell breaks loose, this, in my opinion, is going to be the golden opportunity. If it does happen, is if we come back down to here. That would be a pretty nice trade because there's going to be so many people thinking, oh, it's over. Bitcoin's done. It's completely over now. It's back at 30,000. It's completely finished. And then that's when it's just going to boom. It's going to have the most large reaction. So that's kind of my outlook here on Bitcoin. When I look at Ethereum, it's a different story in a way. Still, bears are in control over the past since November, right? Since that's like 2 or 3 months. So the bears are in control. We want to see clear and confident change in trend. So I want to see, right? This is a downtrend happening right now because we come from here, can't make any higher highs, right? What we want to see happen on this chart is we want to see it change and reverse. We want to see a uptrend begin where we make a high and a lower high, or higher low, higher high and a higher low, right? We want to see that happen. But right now the bears are strong as hell. Lots of bear volume with big spikes, right? That's telling you people are exiting. So I mean, if you really think about it, like, it might be a little bit scary, but like, we blasted the hell off. Like, we might need that in this chart to create that perfect opportunity for us, where if this doesn't hold, we flush down, and that's where the opportunity will present itself. So it's tough right now. I'm just kind of hands off, watching and waiting for complete confirmation. So that's the little breakdown we got for this week.